Saludos a todos, como era de esperar, y es como le he dicho a todo el mundo, en la corte es que se sabe qué es verdad y qué es mentira. Solamente quiero ponerle un video. En el día de hoy estuve en la corte, voy a regresar ahorita para seguir otros casos sobre Rick Soto, sobre la persecución que tienen en mi contra el gobierno de Honduras. Y quiero mostrarles, señores, para que ustedes vean que no es mentira, porque hay muchas personas que se cogen de relajo estas situaciones de la corte y creen que uno está amagando y que uno no está haciendo las cosas. Vamos a ver, señores, aquí vamos a entrar. Acabo, le voy a dar la gran información ahora mismo de que a José Giovanni Galeano lo acaban de encontrar culpable por hacer acoso. Ahora es un acosador. Tiene una orden de arresto por la violación a la orden que se le dio el día 5 de octubre y el juez lo acaba de encontrar culpable por acosador. Veamos para que ustedes vean si estuvimos en la corte o no. Aquí ustedes lo tienen. Eso fue en el día de hoy ahorita. Ahí está Fernando Aguiluz. Ahí estamos en la corte para que ustedes vean que no es relajo. Me los voy a llevar a todito. Hagan fila. Aquí él pudo haber dicho qué es lo que él está diciendo, de que uno es pedófilo, estafador. Aquí es que se dice en la corte. Ahí está mi abogado. Ahí está Fernando Aguiluz en el banquillo de los acusados.
Jorge Barlevy, petitioner, Fernando Aguilas, the respondent, case number 23-DR3481. I'm ask everybody to tell me their name, please. We'll start with you, sir. Just go right forward.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Jorge Barlevy.
Daniel Perez, attorney for Mr. Barlevy.
Ahí está Fernando Aguiluz. Me llevé a Galeano y Aguiluz.
Yes, I do.
Mr. Perez, you get your hand out, sir. Mr. Perez, are you prepared to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, you can go ahead and go your first witness.
Call Mr. Barlevy, Your Honor.
You testify from there, Mr. Barlevy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
He's under oath. You can proceed, Mr. Perez.
Mr. Barlevy, please introduce yourself to the court.
Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Rabbi Jorge Barlevy.
And sir, what is your date of birth?
October 15, 1977.
And sir, where do you live?
I live in 16386 Southwest 53rd Place, Ocala, Florida, 34481.
And is that in Marion County?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, this petition is in regards to Fernando Aguiluz.
Yes, Your Honor. Yes.
Yes, it's sufficient. Okay. Do you know Mr. Aguiluz?
Personally, no, but through the internet, he has been stalking me and harassing me.
All right. Now, just for a little bit of background for the court's information, this doesn't start with Mr. Aguiluz, correct?
No.
Now, who does it start with?
It all starts with somebody by the name Jose Galeano, Jose Giovanni Galeano.
And Mr. Galeano is who?
Mr. Galeano has a group that is funded by the Honduran government, and they go online and harasses people in order to silence them.
Now, if that's the case, then what does that have to do with you?
Well, what has to do with me is that I am a political activist. I own a YouTube channel, and I also am the Secretary General of International Affairs of the Republican Alliance of the Americas. And I started denouncing corruption activities online and the government didn't like it, and they employed people like this to harass me, persecute me, get me afraid here in the United States.
Now, these harassments and other things that you're saying that to intimidate you, what does it consist of?
It consists of they spreading all over the internet that I'm a pedophile, that I'm a sex offender, to search in the Florida sex offender registry, that people will find out that I have all these records in the United States, the state of Florida, and abroad. They also spread all around the internet that I'm not a rabbi, that I'm not Jewish. They send this information to my kids in school, you name it. It got to the point that somebody that worked for them,
Espérense que tengo que cambiarle el otro porque es que son muchos videos y la máquina lo hace corto. Vamos al 5 ahora. Vamos al 5.
committed suicide.
Espera un momentito.
What I mean is somebody that was working for them, because at the beginning, this person, I met him in Miami, this Jose Giovanni Galliano, and when I saw his purpose and what he wanted to do, I told him I'm not into that, and I retracted even from being a friend of his. And he got all these people together to start harassing me all over the internet.
Now, where does Mr. Aguiluz come into play here?
Mr. Aguiluz started going into chats, stalking me in different groups, destroying. I give also a diplomacy over the internet where I teach people to be a good citizen, and I don't charge for it. So I have 7,800 students. He went into the groups and started telling the groups that I'm in some sort of pedophile and pedophile, sex trafficking, you name it. And he started getting all the groups to run away from the groups.
Now, how long ago did this start? With Mr. Aguiluz?
3 weeks. I wrote to Mr. Aguiluz and I told him that what he was doing was not legal. And I told him that I was
Ya
going
voy
to
en
bring him
camino,
to
ya voy a
court,
salir, que
because
vino a
the
buscar
best
Víctor
place
al muchacho
in
para que le
order
ayudara
for
con una
somebody
cosita 2
to
minutos,
bring
así de
whatever they
emergencia,
have
y ya
to
me voy.
court, you
Pero
honor,
espérame ya
and
en cosas,
say
como
what
en
the
20
truth
minutos
is
por ahí,
and
30.
what false is. And he
Va,
started laughing, making a mockery. My mother got
va,
involved, and I have all the audio recordings and video where he just make a mockery of the American judicial system, and this is not normal.
So just to, because part of what needs to be shown is that there's something going on here that is not one has any sort of like actual legitimate purpose, right?
Correct.
Now, but the other thing is that there's falsehoods.
Yes.
Okay, so just to go through that list, we have them calling me a pedophile.
That they said that I'm a registered sex offender in the state of Florida.
Are you in fact registered sex offender in the state of Florida?
I have never been even accused or committed any crime or tried or sentenced to any of that.
Another one, of course, is that saying that you're not Jewish, that you're in fact not a rabbi.
Correct. That I'm pretending to be a rabbi, that I'm not Jewish, all kinds of stuff.
Okay, but are you in fact a rabbi?
Yes, I am.
And that's also as a result of being Jewish too, right?
Correct.
Now, are there any other allegations that have been made that are false?
The only allegation that have been made is that I kidnapped 33 children 10 years ago, 13 years ago, from Haiti, and I brought them to the United States, tried to bring them to the United States. That's false. I have all the paperwork to that regard.
There was an incident, correct? That where you landed on the news, correct?
Yes.
Were any charges brought?
No. No.
Were you convicted of anything?
No,
Were you ever sentenced of anything involving the kidnapping of 33 children?
No.
Allegedly?
no. I didn't even met any children. I don't even know what they're talking about.
Now, I have here some printouts here of criminal history search results that you did with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. Is that correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, how would the court look into it?
If you provide him the bill, if you have one from Mr. Aguilas.
Yes.
Ahí está la muestra que yo no tengo ningún récord. Y ahí está delante de una corte de justicia.
Now, this document that's printed out, you printed it out yourself?
Yeah, last night, well, this morning at around 12:38 a.m., I went on the FDLE website and I conducted a background check of myself in the state of Florida because the allegations are that I'm a sex offender in the state of Florida.
Vamos el otro. Esperen un momentito, señores, que cambia. La grabadora graba solo por pedazo. Este es el número 5. Vamos al número 6. Así es que se agarran los mentirosos, señores. Número 6.
As a result, then you received a no Florida criminal history found, correct?
Yes,
And as part of that, then you turned out the results from
Yes.
that were delivered to you by email.
yes,
Is this a true and correct copy of what was sent to you by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement through email?
yes.
Your Honor, I'd like to move into evidence this, of course, it's not pre-marked, but as the petitioner's exhibit 1. Now, these statements regarding your alleged criminal history, or not being a rabbi, or not being Jewish, or
Well, not even naming that's not my name. I brought my passport here. They claim that that's not my name. Here's the passport.
you explained to the court
Mhm.
about that your name, your legal name currently is Jorge A. Bar Levy, correct?
Yes, yes,
Now, prior to that, you had prior to this name, you had another name, correct?
Yes,
And
yes.
what was that name?
Jorge Aníbal Torres Cuello.
Now, in that regard, when did you have your name changed?
When I became a rabbi, in order to blend in with my title as a rabbi, I corrected my last name to my great grandfather's last name.
And that was when?
In 2018.
Prior to that, when did you convert to Judaism?
It was not really a conversion. I went before a court. It's called a Bet Din in Hebrew, and the court decided that I didn't need a conversion because I had link and proof that I come from Jewish background.
Excuse me for using the wrong term.
Yeah,
It wasn't a conversion, because a conversion would happen with somebody who's not
not
of
Jewish.
descent, correct?
Correct.
But for you, because you're of Jewish descent, you were able to just
Correct.
be, let's say, admitted.
Yes, and I have also a letter in English to that regard from one of the most prestigious rabbis in New York City. His name is Rabbi Eliyahu Ben Chaim. That when they did the actual ceremony of bringing back me to the religion, he certified that everything was done correctly pursuant to the Jewish Orthodox religion.
Now the allegations that we're dealing with, and the statements of that they're harassing you and basically stalking you online, that is being expressed how online? In what I guess medium would be with this?
On Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. I mean, it's constant. It's to the point that I can't even sleep at night.
Now when you say on these different websites or applications, Is it through written form, through
Video form. They even manipulate videos in order to make people believe that what they're saying is true. I made a video with my lawyer, the lawyer explaining that I had nothing to do with anything, and they manipulated his video and put me that I was swallowing. It's one of the videos that we're going to introduce, and that was my demeanor or the way I was expressing. That was evidence for them that they put into people's brain that I was hiding something, and you can see on the video where they manipulated the video, and they put that people not to believe me, that I'm a registered sex offender and all this stuff.
Okay, now we've laid out as far as the different allegations. Now, how does this connect to Mr. Aguiluz? Because the court's going to want to know exactly specifically what Mr. Aguiluz has done to you.
Correct. They have a group called Cosmopolitan, and that group is used to harass people like me that are exposing the government and exposing different people. And when we that are exposing say something online, they all get together and they attack, and they start bothering people until the person either commits suicide or becomes crazy. And he's one of these members.
La fecha, señores, hay alguien que está haciendo un comentario. Ahora voy a poner el segundo video. Yo lo grabé esto con un bolígrafo que tengo. Yo no sé, primera vez que yo uso esto y yo no sé cómo cambiarle la fecha, pero lo importante no es la fecha, es que Aguiluz fue ahora que fue acusado, está ahí en la corte, estoy delante del juez, pero la gente andan buscando siempre la quinta pata al gato, como que eso desacredita la información. Sigamos viendo.
And how do you know that he's one of those members?
I can show it's on the website. It's on the phone.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I thought you were referring to it.
Correct.
It's something that you've seen.
Yeah, with my own eyes. He's there. They call in a group. One of the persons is Jose Galeano, Giovanni Galeano, had a temporary injunction, and once he found out that it was true, that they wouldn't serve him in Virginia, he violated the injunction in front of the Sheriff Cruz from the Marion County Sheriff Department, and he started calling me, even though you issued a temporary order. And he was on the group also.
Okay, so Mr. Aguiluz was a part of that same.
Yes, but he at that moment he hadn't been served yet when the other person violated the injunction.
Quiero buscarle para que ustedes sepan, señores, no quiero volver loco. Quiero buscarle donde subo el video de Rick Soto. Déjeme buscarle por aquí. Espera un momentito. Voy a buscarle donde subo el video de Rick Soto. Déjame un segundo. Ahora sí. Pues yo voy, busco la computadora. Aquí voy, busco la computadora. Espera un momentito. Para ponérselo el video de Rick Soto. Déjeme ir a uno atrás. Quiero ir a uno atrás para que ustedes vean cuando salgo a buscar la computadora, que creo que se ve Galeano, se ve la corte, entro y salgo. Denme un momentito, por favor. Y es para que ustedes vean, señores, que esto es en vivo. Espera un momentito.
I can show it's on the website. It's on the.
Espera un momentito. Aquí es que voy a buscar la computadora.
Can I get it, Your Honor?
Ahí voy a buscar la computadora. Es para que vean que estoy en la corte. Ahí está la policía.
Préstame la computadora, corre.
Ahí ven al juez. Que esto no es relajo, señores. Ahora vamos a ponerlo. Ahora vengo y pongo la computadora. Y es para que ustedes vean el video. Que Galeano, Rick Soto se están haciendo bien famosos. Ellos están haciendo bien famosos. Ahí está. Esto lo subió hace unos días. Él.
This USB device,
Mhm.
and this contains 2 videos in it, correct?
Yes.
Like, did you put those 2 videos on there?
Yes.
And where did you get those videos from?
From Twitter and from the news in Honduras.
And these are true and accurate copies of what you downloaded from the internet.
Yes.
Ahora va a salir César Omar Silva, señores. Ahí está César Omar Silva en su video.
Yeah,
No. Tiene que ser este. It has to be this one.
okay.
You got to connect it to here.
Oh, okay, beautiful.
Esto es para que ustedes vean que la mentira solo corre hasta donde la verdad llega. Ahora van a salir los videos de de Rick Soto y de César Omar Silva. Ya están famosos en la corte.
The first video is the one they put on Twitter that they modified the video that we made, warning people that it was not true what they were saying. Yes, and to Mr. Aguiluz also.
Now, it's in Spanish, correct?
Yes.
Parts in English and other parts in Spanish, correct?
Correct.
Your Honor, at this time, maybe it would benefit the court to have the interpreter interpreting the.
Does it go back and forth between English and Spanish, or is it just like, no?
There's an English.
It's in Spanish. It was in Spanish.
Okay. All right. Ms. Morales, can you hear me? Or can you unmute yourself for a second? I really can't hear you, but.
Honor, can you hear me?
I can. All right, so.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. I heard, and as per Administrative Order 2016-29, interpreters are not to interpret video recordings.
So that is not, the Spanish part's not gonna be able to be interpreted by the interpreter. So you can publish the English speaking parts.
But the situation is,
If you want to provide context to her testimony as to if they could in Spanish, then I'll do that. We have an administrative order.
yo no puedo hacer.
We'll just do that, Your Honor.
Okay.
Lo doy.
All right. Yes, Ms. Morales.
The video is running, Your Honor.
De todo este tipo de cosas que referencia a niños, aparte de acusarlo aquí en los Estados Unidos, se ponen ante los cartones de ley. Sí. Bueno, es que se puede usar
Okay.
la ley.
If you could just summarize up to that point.
Up to that point, Your Honor, I'm explaining, we made a video to make it public with my lawyer, and I was telling Mr. Perez in Florida, if you are accused of being a sex offender, I believe they even put you on the cartons of milk. People will know that you're a sex offender.
Los estados de Florida para ver si eres un ofensor sexual, correctamente, y Florida.
Observe con detenimiento
That's what they
el
meant.
lenguaje corporal revelador del supuesto rabino y al escuchar de su abogado que solo basta con pedir la información a la policía para revelar su archivo criminal. En ese momento agacha la mirada y hace una tragada de saliva profunda. en corte.
Okay.
Could you summarize for the court at that point?
He's saying that
Espérense, vamos al otro. Ahí ustedes ven, ese es el famoso video que puso Rick Soto. Yo lo traje a la corte y lo está viendo el juez, donde él dice que yo escondo algo. A ver si es verdad que yo escondo algo. Sigamos viendo y ya este va a ser, hay más.
I believe it's his voice. You will check his voice now when he talks. He's saying that when somebody swallow dry, when his lawyer proposed to check his record in Florida, that means he's hiding something. That I'm not saying the truth to the people.
Este señor se llama Jorge Aníbal Torres Cuello. A la ciudadanía hondureña, a favor, buscar en internet información con este nombre y solicitar a los archivos policiales de la Florida, específicamente en la Florida Police Department, Register Sex Offenders. El modus operandi es
Okay, to this point, could you please,
To the people as a whole, to the people of Honduras, search this person. This person is a sex offender. All they have to do is contact the Florida Sex Offenders and Law Enforcement Department.
all right, proceed.
y que cuando uno le denuncia y le expone su récord criminal, él inicia a inventar cosas de sus denunciantes. A la vez, inicia a interponer acusaciones falsas. Cuando el abogado Rick Soto expuso su antecedente, lo acusó de que Rick era narco. Cuando un joven que dirige esta página Paguasta lo denunció, dijo que Paguasta era mareo y lo amenazó a muerte. Cuando el joven Galeano lo denunció, dijo que Galeano era un sicario trabajando para los Hernández. Cuando Fernando Alinos lo expuso,
And summarize for the court further.
What the person is saying is that when everybody exposed me on the media and exposed me of my record of a sex offender, that I started threatening people. And well, I didn't threaten, they can see, and then he started naming everybody, including the gentleman here.
Go ahead.
que era sicario de los Hernández también. Cuando lo expuso la joven Rita Lavini, dijo que ella pertenecía a una célula del grupo terrorista Hamas. Cuando advirtió a la ciudadanía al periodista Cesar Silva de quién era esta persona, él amenazó a César Silva diciéndole que ya estaba solicitado.
Hoy, César Omar Silva le dice al gobierno de Xiomara Castro, al gobierno de Mel y al
They
ministro
started saying to everybody that the orders that you issue are all false. And they put it on the media like that what I served them was all false, that it was all lies.
Bueno, es que todos los papeles dicen José Giovanni Galeano y todos tienen el mismo número de caso. Falsificando documentos para Levi.
Then he asked me directly, are you falsifying document, Barlevy?
Ando, mintiendo, engañando, falsificando, amenazando, pero ya todos saben quién eres.
Now, there's a second video, correct?
The second video is right here. That's from the news. They contacted the news, and this is what the news started broadcasting in Honduras.
Now, this isn't Mr. Aguilu's reporting, this is who on there?
This person has been known.
Well, who is this person?
His name is Cesar Omar Silva.
And he's where?
He's in Honduras.
All right. And is Mr. Aguiluz connected to Mr. Omar Silva?
Yes, the UNA TV is owned by the government of Honduras, and they all answer to this group, and they use this as a form of transnational repression for people like me that are how you call it, exposing them.
if you could please proceed with playing the video and then stopping it intermittently so that way you can summarize what's happening.
Imágenes para que usted vea imágenes donde aparece él. Estas son transcripciones en inglés y ya se las vamos a explicar, pero todo esto es escándalo de
pongo el último y después yo tengo otra cámara, tengo que verificarla para hacerlo ver mejor. Vamos a poner el otro. Quiera Dios que se vea porque primera vez que uso esto en una corte y así le estaré haciendo el caso de...
hay un video primero en el cual una periodista y se lo marco para que lo verifique que es precisamente este el video. Para que usted vaya tomando consideración.
Up until there, Your Honor, he's explaining that I'm going to explain you who this person is. This bar, maybe his last name is because he's a drunkard. And I'm going to show you video of all the problems that this person creates everywhere he goes.
Now, this video is how long?
This video is about like 6 or 7 minutes.
And just for the sake of brevity here, the 6 or 7 minutes is basically the
Same information, same constant. They send it everywhere. They send it to my kids' school. They send it.
You said that before, and I didn't follow up with a question there. How was it that it was sent to the school?
Through social media. All they have to do is go to groups here in Florida that they've been doing and broadcast this. I have 8 children, Your Honor. One of them has autism. Imagine if I'm driving in the street with my children and they believe that I'm a kid snapper and somebody sees me. They want to harm me. All they're doing is instigating the population to start a hate against me. And at the end, it can become fatal. Somebody's going to think that I'm stealing my own children and they're going to kill me in the middle of nowhere, you know?
Now, this video proceeds in a similar fashion, but what I want is for you to explain how this is connected then to Mr. Aguiluz, because if not, then
Again,
why are we showing it?
again, they all connected. Witnesses. My mother. Sorry. That's my mother. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Mr. Aguiluz, my mother intervened and tried to talk to him, and he started laughing to her and making all fun of the judicial system. Mhm.
So the connection between this video and Mr. Aguiluz is that it's all part of the same.
It's all part of the same system. They all spread the same rumor. They put it everywhere. It's a constant stalking, harassment, non-stop 24/7.
Now, with Mr. Aguiluz, have you had this direct dialogue with him?
At the beginning, I started telling him I got all these conversations from everybody. At the beginning, I tell them, listen, what you are doing is not legal. If you have a problem against me, go to the authorities. If you think I'm a threat to the community, go talk to the sheriff department.
Now, this is through text?
Through text. And all he does is laugh and make a mockery of everything and laugh at my mother that she tried to intervene too. And she calls me a clown. He calls me a clown on the audio. He started calling me all kind of stuff.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, at this time, I don't have any further questions for Mr.
Mr. Aguiluz, do you have any questions that you want to ask Mr. Borlini? Understand, I'll have an opportunity to hear whatever you want to tell me.
Yo tengo más videos, señores. Vamos a llegar hasta ahí. Quiero enseñarle algo. Ahí se ha metido Rick Soto. Es para que ustedes vean el acoso. Se está acusando de acoso. Se le ganó a Galeano. Se lo voy a mostrar en vivo. Que se le ganó a Galeano. Y él viene y se mete aquí. A este para que ustedes vean que no dejan a uno tranquilo. Ahora yo lo voy a mandar aquí para que ustedes vean donde me declaran una víctima. Es para que ustedes vean que es tan burro. Claro, todos los Zelaya y todos los Castro. Imagínate, tiene una tía burra y un tío burro. Ahora le voy a enseñar a ustedes, señores, la orden de la corte. Porque ahí es que se sabe que él dice que falsifico documentos. Se lo dije al juez, que él anda diciendo que falsifico documentos. Le hablé de Rick Soto. Y eso es que el aguilú es tan burro también que no entendió qué fue lo que pasó. Aquí se lo voy a enseñar. Denme un segundito que está subiendo. Mírenlo aquí, señores. Aquí está la orden final de protección donde se me declara una víctima. Aquí lo tienen. Véanlo ustedes mismos. Lo voy a poner al paso. Es que le tengo que ganar 1-1. Ahora, con esto que hizo Rick, voy a ir ahora y le voy a conseguir uno a él también. En la corte de circuito, orden final de protección en contra del acoso. Una petición, aquí está, se hizo. Esto es federal. Aquí ustedes pueden ver que esto es tiene valor en cualquier parte de los Estados Unidos, que se hizo el hearing, y aquí tienen. El peticionario estuvo con Pérez, su abogado. En octubre 15 se le sirvió a Galeano esta orden, y después de escuchar testimonio, léanlo ahí, después de escuchar los testimonios de cada persona y los testigos, y con el consentimiento del que responde, la corte encuentra que, basado en los hechos específicos de este caso, el peticionario es una víctima de acoso. Y todavía sigue este anormal de abogado a decir que me la desecharon, porque lo que quiere es hablar mentira. Y aquí está toda la orden. Aquí está el responde de Local Official Florida. No puede tener arma de fuego. Le ordenaron a que no puede tener a Galeano arma de fuego y tiene que presentarse allá con los sheriffs en Virginia. Aquí lo pueden ver. Y aquí ustedes lo pueden ver firmado por el juez Gerald en el día de hoy, octubre 16, 2023. Y aquí ustedes lo tienen, que se lo mandó a los sheriffs y se lo mandó a toda persona. Aquí está la firma del juez y de la corte. Señor Eric, vaya de nuevo a la escuela, porque usted es un burro igual que su tía, y usted es un burro igual que su tío, y esta es una copia certificada. Y él dice, acaba de meterse al vivo y a decir que por eso lo perdí. Pero ahí ustedes tienen, señores, léanlo a ver quién dice la verdad, y él sigue hablando mentira. Pero nada, yo tengo que irme a comer, que no me he desayunado, y voy a ir a, ¿cómo se llama?, a chequear las otras cámaras, porque fueron con 3 cámaras que grabamos con una que parece esto, allá había una cámara, grabamos con el bolígrafo y grabamos con una que parece un llavero. Entonces, Rick Soto, regrese a la escuela. Y ahora, hoy voy a grabar todo lo de los sheriffs y se lo voy a poner en público, a ver si es que yo amago. Ya el cónsul general sabe lo que usted está haciendo. Acabo de mandarle a él lo que usted acaba de escribir, porque esto es acoso. Nadie lo invitó a mi plataforma para que me acose. Y ahí están las pruebas. Rijo, usted es testigo mío, por favor, sáquele screenshot para que él sepa, él va a saber lo que es una amenaza, no puede venir a este país, y hoy le vamos a seguir haciendo denuncias. Que pasen buenas, señores. Hoy no le voy a responder a las preguntas porque tengo que ir a desayunarme, no me he desayunado. Ahorita, cuando yo haga el programa esta noche, vamos a pasar todos los videos. No, eso no. Lo hecho está. Lázaro Duarte, yo lo hice en el juicio de Ramfi Domínguez Trujillo, y la juez se lo dijo que las cortes son abiertas, que ella no iba a decir nada por eso. Lo que pasa que la gente son incrédula y hay que enseñarlo. No se anula juicio, no te preocupes. Hablamos, señores, ahí tienen a Rick Soto, entró a venir acosarme en mi propia plataforma, que yo no entro en las cosas de él a acosarlo. Inclusive yo lo tengo bloqueado. Ahora, yo tengo el derecho a libertad de expresión, a infundir información, y es lo que estamos haciendo. Que Dios lo bendiga, pero ya ustedes tienen a Rick y ya ustedes se han dado cuenta quién hace o dice la verdad y si lo llevo o no a la justicia. Que Dios lo bendiga.